Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are at the page of 30. The topic is reproduction in humans. We have completed the implantation. The fertilized egg soon start developing, and by the time it reaches the uterus, the fertilized egg reaches to the uterus, a small ball of numerous cells is already formed. After forming the zygote, on dividing it, it changes into 2 and then 4, then numerous cells are formed and move towards the uterus. A small ball of numerous cells is already formed. The embryo forms a pit in the wall of uterus. It forms a pit and fixed at that a particular part in the uterus, and the process is known as implantation. The fixing of zygote in uterus is known as implantation. It is known as implantation. The process of state is known as pregnancy. The process is known as pregnancy. Now the growth of a zygote. Growth means by any type of irreversible increase in size and weight of individual during the process of development. It's growth. It is a type of irreversible growth of cells present in the uterus, and this is the known as growth of zygote. In the growth process, a single cell fertilize egg, then zygote. What is the fertilized egg? Egg. Now it change into zygote. It change into zygote, and then it divides and redivides. To form a cluster of balls. It forms a cluster of balls. Then the process of specialization of cells. Now here is the cells differentiate, some change into different kinds of cell to perform the different kinds of function. The process is called differentiation. It is known as differentiation. The process also gives rise to the various tissues. In this, various tissues, organs, and systems are formed. Different kinds of tissues, organs, and systems are formed at this stage. Thus, the zygote develop into embryo, and the process is known as embryo. The process is known as embryo. The fertilizer change into zygote, and then zygote change into cluster of boles. After differentiation, this cluster of boles known as embryo. It is known as embryo. The embryo soon develop into a baby. After the forming of embryo, this change into a baby, and this baby is known as fetus. It is known as fetus. By the end of 5 weeks, after 5 weeks of pregnancy, the embryo is quite an advanced state. During this period, the heart and the circulatory systems are formed. After 5 weeks, heart and circulatory systems are formed. After 2 months, limbs are formed. Means hands and legs are formed. This process is known as growth. Single cell fertilized egg. This change into, by dividing the cell, it change into zygote. After further dividing the zygote, it makes a cluster of boles, and redividing the cells of cluster, and differentiation of these cells into various types of tissues, organs, systems. At this stage, the cells is known as embryo. After the forming of some organs, heart, circulatory systems, and it is known as embryo, and then a baby is formed. The baby is known as here fetus. Birth. The full form of development of an embryo in the uterus is called the gestation. The full term of development of embryo in uterus is called gestation. It is known as gestation. In humans, the time of this full development of a fertilized egg is 280 days. It required 280 days. It means almost 9-month period. Period of 9 months. At the time of birth, the baby is pushed out with the head. It pushed out with the head, oozing out first by the powerful contraction of the muscles of uterus through the vagina. This is the reproduction process in humans, and I have given you the question and answer on Moodle. Now I am taking the another lesson, and it is known as ecosystem. Do you want to ask anything?
No, ma'am.
Can we start new chapter?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now
Okay,
the chapter
ma'am.
is 4, ecosystem. It's a ecosystem.
Ma'am, exercises. Ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes,
exercises.
I have given you in Moodle.
Okay, ma'am.
ecosystem. We see many types of organisms living in our surrounding. They may be plants or animals or insect, anything which is a living part related to the non-living part in atmosphere. The whole system is known as ecosystem. And it may be on land, on in air or in water. There are large agricultural fields, big orchids, forests, ponds, lakes, rivers, etc. are hot desert and snow-clad cold mountains. All are the part of ecosystem. All such area have their distinctive characteristics. They have their particular own characteristics. There is a different environment at the mountains, and the environment in water is different from the mountains. But on land, we also have the different characteristics of land form. So different kinds of animals, plants, and all the things are different, having the different characteristics in air, water, and land. All the plants and animals are adapted to live only in their respective type of geographical area. Particular plants and animals can live at their particular places, and they are adapted to live there. What is ecosystem? An ecosystem is a self-contained area, of all the different organisms living in it, with the living organisms present in that particular area interacting with each other, and they interact each other. All the living beings, they may be plant or maybe animals, with their physical condition like sunlight, air, water, soil. The presence of sunlight, air, water, soil, climatic area, and factors prevailing in that area. They depend on the climatic factors present in that particular part. The ecosystem literally means, it derived from the Greek word okios, which means house. The ecosystem means okios, means house. It's a Latin word, Greek word. Which means house. A dwelling place with the inhabitants living together and interacting each other. The animals and plants living in that particular area, and they interact each other and also with their physical environment in some definite ways. This interaction is primarily for food. The interaction of all the living organisms is interact by the for the food only. The main thing is for food, like eat and be eaten. If someone is eating plants, but the particular animal is eaten by someone else, so the food eat and be eaten, eat and be eaten by someone else, eat and be eaten. Here is an example of forest ecosystem. We have to take an example of forest ecosystem. In this forest, there are different kinds of plants from small to largest. Herbs, shrubs, big tree, and all types of plants are present there. Same here, the all types of animals and are also present there. Due to they have the wide variety of animals and plants. In forest, the general chain of relationship among the organism is same: fruit producer and consumer. The thing is, food producer means preparing food, means autotrophs, all types of plants included in food producer. Only plants are the food producers and others all are the food consumer. And others are known as food consumer because they consume the food made by the plants depending on each other, and they all depend on each other. Forest is a large area of land with a dense growth of trees and large variety of shrubs, bushes and grasses, etc. All these plants produce their own food through photosynthesis. These plants produce food by the process photosynthesis. And they are known as autotrophs. Auto means self and trophs means food. The food made by their own. The another thing is plant eating animal. And they are known as primary consumer. They are plant eating animals. Autotrophs means plants, and the first one is primary consumer. In this primary consumer, all herbivorous plants, herbivorous animals included in this primary consumer because they all live on the part of plants like horse, rabbit, grasshopper, etc. All the herbivorous animals are included in the primary consumer. Any insect may be there, butterflies, crickets, grasshoppers, all depend on the plants. It may be juice of plants, fruit, flowers, etc. Then direct contact to the plants. After that, the secondary consumer. Secondary consumers are the animals, they eat flesh and are carnivorous. All carnivorous animals included in secondary consumer. These animals be eaten by the carnivorous animal, and the carnivorous animals are known as secondary consumer, and they like lion, tiger, wolf, lizard, snakes, etc. They are secondary consumer. Such animals are categorized simply as carnivorous or technically as the secondary consumers. Here is an example: grass. Grass eaten by the grasshopper, right? Grass eaten by the grasshopper. Grass is the autotrophic. Part of plant. This is eaten by the grasshopper. It's a primary consumer. And this grasshopper is eaten by the frog. Frog is a secondary consumer. Frog is eaten by the snake, and this is tertiary consumer. It's a tertiary consumer, and this snake is also eaten by the peacock. It's a eaten by the peacock. Then the peacock belong to another food level. Then the fourth consumer. It's a fourth consumer. All such food levels. These food levels are known as trophic level. All these food levels are known as trophic levels. These are known as trophic levels, meaning food obtaining step in the food chain, and the whole process is known as food chain. First step, then grass is eaten by the grasshopper, and grasshopper is the primary consumer. Grasshopper eaten by the frog. Frog is the secondary consumer. Frog is again eaten by the snake, and snake is the tertiary consumer. Then snake is eaten by the peacock, and peacock is a fourth consumer. And these are the levels of food, and these food levels are known as trophic levels and food chain, and the process is known as, it's a food chain. Eating of the dead. In some time, all animals can die after a particular time. All the different trophic of animals, due to one reason or other, they die. If the body of dead is not eaten by putrefying flesh, it gets spoiled or rotten. Dead animals are eaten by the scavengers. They are eaten by the scavengers. It will spoil the ecosystem. If these dead animals are not eaten by the scavengers, they spoil the ecosystem. The dead material is further broken down by the bacteria and fungi, and the scavengers are bacteria, fungi in the soil, thus helping the return the nutrients back into the soil for the plant to grow. And they change the scavenger into simpler substances, and nutrients go back to the soil. Thus the helping in return of nutrients back to the soil for the plant to grow. Thus, in a forest or any other ecosystem, the chain of the types of food obtainer will be as follows. First is producer, then primary consumer, in primary consumer, all herbivorous plant animals. In producer, all plants. After that, primary consumer eaten by the secondary consumer. And they are all carnivorous animal. Then secondary consumer eaten by the tertiary consumer. And then scavengers, dead animals. Yeah. Do you have any problem?
No, ma'am.
It is clear?
No, ma'am. Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank
No,
you.
ma'am.
Component of ecosystem. What are the component of ecosystem? There are two types of component in ecosystem. One is biotic and other is abiotic. Biotic and abiotic. There are two components of ecosystem. Biotic means all living. All living components are classified into biotic, and all non-living component, non-living thing of ecosystem classified into abiotic, like sunlight, water, soil. Now these are abiotic component, but in biotic, all plants, animals and microorganisms like virus, bacteria and fungi, all are the part of biotic component. The biotic component of an ecosystem consists of following sequence of trophic of levels. Same thing, the trophic level 1 is known as green plants. Trophic level. These biotic components are further classified into different levels. Again, they are classified into trophic level 1.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, body is not same.
Now clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In this trophic level 1, it means the producers are included in this. It means all types of plants included producer, and producers are the plants. Different types of plants like grasses, bushes, then trees. Different types of plants are included in trophic level 1. All producers are present in this level. This is known as green plants, also known as green plants. These are the starting point of the nourishment chain for all life in an ecosystem. Starting point. It's a starting point. Starting point of nourishment. starting point of nourishment chain. They produce the food through photosynthesis, thus categorized as self-food producer or autotrophs. We all know it very well. All the different level next to autotrophs are covered under the common category like heterotrophs, meaning differentially nourished. After that, the heterotrophs, they are classified into two types, autotrophs and heterotrophs. And heterotrophs are further classified into different level: plant eating animals, flesh eating animal, or flesh or plant eating animals. Heterotrophs means differently nourished. And it is further classified into trophic level of 2 and trophic level 2. In this, all herbivorous animal are included in trophic level 2, like deer, cow, horse, grasshopper, butterfly. All the herbivorous living organisms are the part of trophic level 2. They directly eat the plant or their parts of, such as fruit, seeds, flowers, etc., or suck the plant sap from their leaves or stem. Producers versus consumers. The green plants are ranked as producers. We all know the green plants are known as producers. The plant eating animal ranked as consumers. All the living things other than plants are known as consumers because they consume the food made by the plant. They consume the food produced by the plant, or even more technically as primary consumer, because they are the first direct plant eater. Then the trophic level 3rd. The trophic level 3rd, in this, all the carnivorous animals are present there. Trophic level 3rd. All carnivorous. Animals included in this trophic level 3rd, like lion, tiger, wolf, lizard, etc. They are the part of trophic level 3, which capture their prey and eat it, like tigers, wolves, snakes, lizards, etc. These are also described as the secondary consumer and also known as secondary consumer. They are also known as secondary consumer. And the 4th level is trophic level 4. In this, peacock can be a good example of this 3rd rank consumer. Its food chain sequence is as follows. Trophic level 4. like plants is eaten by the rat, and rat is eaten by snake, and snake is eaten by peacock. The trophic level first, trophic level second, trophic level third, and this is the trophic level fourth. There is yet another category of organisms that feed on dead animal. The other type of category is the animal which are taking their food on the dead and decaying part of animals and plants, further divided into scavengers. The another category is scavenger, and it is known as decomposer. And they are known as decomposer because they decompose the dead bodies and dead part of the plant and animals. It's a decomposer. Take their food by dead and decaying part. Of plant and animal. So they are known as scavengers. They are known as scavengers like vulture, kite, and crows, some insect, like ant, dead and decaying plant material, vultures, kites, crows, some insect, etc. Retrievers and decomposers consume the remain left by the scavenger. One another thing is, and decomposer remains left of the other. After that, one more category is detritivores, and they are taking food by the left remains left over by the scavengers. By the scavengers are known as detritivores. And the example of these type of category is earthworm, then millipede, slugs, they are taking food by the remains leftover food by the scavengers. They are taking food by them, and they are known as detritivores, and also known as decomposers. Plants and animals part as well as fishes by decomposers obtain nutrition by absorbing nutrients that result from the breaking down of the dead organic matter like bacteria, fungi, and protists fall under the category of decomposer as they are unable to ingest dead material directly. So this is all about the biotic component of the ecosystem, and the other thing is abiotic component which we will take in the next class. Okay, have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye,
Thank you.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.